We are sailing the Caribbean waters, about to start a new season of iSurvivor like never before. Sunken beneath the sea below lies a famous 17th century pirate haven, once hailed as the wickedest city on earth, Port Royal. At the height of its life, Port Royal became a literal port of call, protecting some of the biggest names from the age of piracy. Today, a new group of pirates will be divided into two competing crews, forced to navigate the troubled waters of the game together. The Blackbeard crew will always wear black and consists of Anthony, 30 years old, from New Jersey. Megan, 23 years old, from England. Taisha, 22 years old, from Tennessee. Max, 20 years old, from North Dakota. Rachel, 20 years old, from Connecticut. Livingston, 22 years old, from South Carolina. Nay, 31 years old, from North Carolina. Missy, 32 years old, from Texas. Bobby, 25 years old, from Oregon. And last but not least, Benji, 25 years old, from California. The Calico tribe will always wear yellow, consists of Alex, 19 years old, from Texas. Zach, 21 years old, from New York. Bree, 31 years old, from California. Valen, 25 years old, from Bulgaria. Nolita, 37 years old, from Canada. Romeo, 30-something, from DC. Jazz, 23 years old, from Tennessee. JB, 27 years old, from Rhode Island. Venus, 37 years old, from Ohio. And Julia, 19 years old, from New York. Those are your crew members. This season, each ship will be competing in challenges for immunity, where the winning crew will receive a plentiful bounty of gold. Gold is the currency this season. It will play a large part in gameplay here in the Caribbean. Not only for your crew as a whole will gold play a part, but as you as an individual pirate will gold play a part. As of right now, everyone, each of you, we're all starting on an even playing field. However, that is soon going to change. All sailing vessels operate in a what? A hierarchy, where everyone has a role and a part that they need to play on that ship. Before we set sail and delve out roles, each crew will now be given an opportunity to get to know one another. After that, game is on. So what's going to happen now is production is going to create two breakout rooms, one for the Blackbeard tribe, one for the Calico tribe. We're going to give you 10 minutes or so to now get to know each other on a smaller scale. Make sense? Okay. Y'all had a couple of minutes to get to know one another, but you were also tasked with each of you selecting a specific pirate-related themed icon Anybody want to like throw out an idea of what this means at all before we reveal? Anybody have any inkling want to share with the class?
Maybe we're gonna get paired up with someone from the other tribe.
Ooh, possible other tribe pair up. Anyone else? Throw their idea. So get bragging rights to right.
Maybe each person's going to get a certain specific kind of changing twist that's exclusive to them, while two others are probably going to get screwed over, possibly.
What makes you say that, Bobby?
I don't know. There's just something about the attention to detail you guys have, and there's something that I feel like you're just not saying. There's a lot of smirks going around. Yeah.
All right.
No,
So
no.
what was stated before y'all were separated into your groups was that each ship has a hierarchy. That means each ship has a captain. Each ship has someone who scrubs the decks. Each ship has someone who cooks the meals. Each ship has somebody who is that uplifting, funny, vibrant character. And now it's time to, based on what you guys have decided, to see what roles each of you will be having through this experience based on those icons. One of you are already your tribe's captain. One of you is already the tribe's quartermaster, the cook, the musician, the boatswain, the carpenter. You're either going to be a gunner or you're going to be my favorite. You're going to be the swab, the powder monkey who has to do all the chores. You ready to find out what you're going to be this season?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look at these lists again. Let's start with the powder monkey. Who wants to know if you're a powder monkey? Okay.
Everyone says no.
I don't know what a powder monkey is.
Are you gonna tell us what these are?
You guys want to know the roles? You guys want to know the roles and then the description? You want to know the roles first and then the descriptions of each? Like, let me know. We can do it either way.
I think descriptions
and then roles.
I was waiting for you to say one of you is going to be walking the plank. Like, I was really scared there.
All right, so let's start with the powder monkeys. This is just a general description, okay? We're going to have an in-depth, detailed description and like guidelines. This is exactly what you have to do, and this is how you do it, and this is when you need to do it by. That is all going to be assigned to you on the forum when I link you to it. Once I know whose role is what, I can give you the role on the forum, and then you will have access to view exactly what you need to do. Right now, this is just general, okay? So, powder monkey. These are the crew members who have to do all the grunt work. Any type of material that is needed for the ship is their goal to obtain. Powder monkeys will do this once per episode by venturing into the village. One wrong decision could cause the entire ship to fail. They may be the lowest rank on the ship, but they play a huge role in the ship's success. Find out who one of the powder monkeys are. There are 2 powder monkeys per ship. Looks like, let's start with Blackbeard. If you chose a skull, you are a powder monkey. Blackbeard, the powder monkeys are Missy and Bobby. Powder monkeys on Calico are Valian and Julia. All right, powder monkeys again, we will have detailed analysis on that later. Next on the hierarchy, right above your powder monkey is the musician. There always has to be some fun on the ship, and that's the role of the musician. In order to keep everyone's spirits high and wanting to work, the musician needs to play an instrument each day, keep the morale high, boost spirits. Failure to keep your tribe's spirits high will result in the potential of losing the spoils of rewards and the challenges. So if your musician doesn't make music, the payout for immunity is not going to be what it could be if you were happy. Got it? Let's see who the musicians are. If you chose the feather, you are a musician. On Blackbeard, we have Livingston. On Calico, we have Venus. Musicians, play it up, you pod pipers. Next up on the pecking order is the cook. Everyone loves to eat. It's up to the cook to make sure everyone on the ship is fed. If the ship isn't fed, everyone will go hungry, and in turn will cause that crew to be disadvantaged in the upcoming immunity. So if you want a fair shot at immunity, make sure your cook cooks. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. Let's see who the cooks are. If you chose the beer mug, you are the team's cook. Megan for Blackbeard and Nolita for Calico. Carpenter is next up on the list.
I like cook virtually.
Pardon?
How do I cook virtually?
Oh, you'll get it all detailed. Don't worry. And if you have questions, we will answer specifically, because y'all will definitely have questions about your specific roles. But if you're the carpenter, this role is the boatswain's key person. The boatswain is another role. We'll get to it. But this is the carpenter's right-hand man or woman, or not either. The carpenter is in charge of making protective gear for the boatswain to use. Certain protective gear takes more material than others. Once the ship starts taking hits, it's up to the carpenter to rebuild the ship with the correct material. So you're in charge of making the materials to keep your ship afloat and sailing. Let's see who our carpenters are. If you chose the wood sign, you are the carpenter. For Blackbeard, that is Taisha. And on Calico, that is Zach. Moving on to the boatswain. Someone needs to help keep the ship afloat. That is the role you are in charge of, making sure the ship stays afloat. Boatswains will get to place shields each episode on your ship in hopes from protecting it from sinking. They will know where they're aiming at on the opposing tribe, and they will also know where they're getting attacked from. So, are you the shield maker for the ship or not? Let's take a look. If you chose the swords, you are the boatswain. Benji for Blackbeard. Romeo for Calico. Moving on up to the role of the gunner. This one's a fun one. This crew member is in charge of attacking the opposing ship with cannonballs. Depending on the type of weapon the gunners have, more shots could be fired at the opposing tribe, making contact with the opposing ship, and they could be disadvantaged in the upcoming immunity challenge if they don't fix the damage that's occurred. Are you the one who's going to be slinging cannonballs at the opposing ship? Let's find out. If you chose the cannon, guess what? You're the gunner. Rachel going to be firing away. And who chose the cannon? Let's see. Alex, gunner for Calico. Now, sailing master. The open seas is full of mysterious islands. The sailing master will get to sail the open seas each round. Some islands you may venture to will have riches. Some may have pitfalls. but that's the thrill of sailing. As more maps are obtained by the sailing master, the more places they can venture out to with riches beyond their wildest dreams. If you selected the little icon with an island on it, you are the sailing master. Nay, for Blackbeard, you are the sailing master. For Calico, Bree. Quartermaster, 2 rows left. You're either the captain of the ship, or you're either the quartermaster of the ship. Let's start by revealing the captain. This is the leader of the ship. During the age of piracy, captains tended to be held in high esteem because they were called upon to protect the best interests of the vessel and the crew. Captain's duties include any and all decisions that need to be made in the game for your ship. They will have the final say. This is if like somebody needs to sit out of a challenge, they will be the one. Somebody could say, hey, I want to sit out, but the captain can be like, no, so-and-so is sitting out. In terms of roles, if a specific challenge requires people to hunt and seek and use their mind or something, the captain will be like, okay, you can be a hunter, you will be the mind person, you will be the seeker. Make sense? In order to be voted out as captain, listen carefully. The vote needs to be unanimous. Wait, right, Drew? I don't know if I edited that.
Yes, that is correct. It is.
Okay, how you
Correct.
Okay. In order for the captain to be voted out, it needs to be a unanimous vote. If it is not a unanimous vote, any votes for the captain will not count. However, if the captain receives a majority of the vote, they will be overthrown and they will go down to the bottom rank to a powder monkey, and they will become the lowest person on the ship. If the situation happens, all votes for the captain will be canceled, and the next highest person with the next highest votes goes home. You want to know who your captains are?
The last two are the
Because I only this did
in the boat, the pile of coins in the boat.
Yeah, but
Someone's isn't listed.
yeah, I only see 9 on Missy's. Missy,
There's a double up.
What?
Yeah, Benji and
Oh,
Max
There's a
are on the
double up
same
on the
ship.
bottom.
Okay,
Towards the bottom, there's 2 on one
Oh,
line.
Benji has
Yeah,
the
I'm
ship
sorry.
and
Yeah,
Max has
Benji
the
has the
sword.
ship and Max has the swords. I'm
got
sorry.
it. Okay, I didn't. For some reason, I just could not make those words out. I was
That's
like,
my bad.
I was
I'm
like, where's the
sorry.
ship in their list? Okay,
Okay, so that means you did say earlier that Benji was the swords. It's
I did.
actually Max.
Okay, so Max, you in fact have the sword, so you are the boatswain. Okay, just a correction. Benji has the ship, and thus Benji, congratulations, you are the captain of Blackbeard. The captain of Calicchio is boat. Is that it? Jazz?
Yeah.
Jazz, you are the captain of the Calicchio crew. Congratulations. The right under the captain is the quartermaster. This person is in charge of handling all of the gold on the ship. They will be the one to delve out gold to the crewmates when needed, if they so choose. They will be the only person who knows how much gold your crew has at any given time. They're not allowed to give themselves or a single crew member more than 25 gold per episode, but each person needs a minimum of at least 10 gold per episode. So they're the money man or woman or neither. With that being said, the quartermasters for each team, for Calico, it looks like JB3, and for Blackbeard, it is Anthony. I'm sure y'all have questions about your roles. breathe, don't stress out. You will have time to go read and ask questions.
Can I add something to that real quick?
Of course,
Sandy?
of course.
Just know, as crew members are voted out, the hierarchy shifts. So if you all vote out the quartermaster, right below the quartermaster is the sailing master. So the sailing master will become the quartermaster for the following round, et cetera, et cetera. So you work your way up the ship. So you'll always go to the next highest role if that is available to you. So example, if you vote out the quartermaster, let's say on Calico, Bree would become the quartermaster, then Alex would go up to the next role, et cetera, and there'd only be one powder monkey, and then we'll explain what that means when there's only one when it gets to that, but you will shift roles as people are voted out.
All right, so now that our roles have been established and your ship's hierarchies are raring to go, it is important to understand that throughout your time in the game, there is a merchant ship that will make its way over. However, its sailing schedule is still undetermined to us. I guess it just flows with the currents. So when it arrives around these parts, who knows, but it is suggested to capitalize when it does come. On this ship, there are purposeful pleasantries and powerful trinkets, which has the potential to change your game for the better or for the worse. That will be determined soon. Further details on how the merchant ship works will be explained the first time it sails nearby. One thing for sure, though, is you got to have some gold. Crews will voyage the open seas on shepherd ships, trying to survive a 39-day hunt for treasure and survival. As they compete in challenges, one by one, these pirates will be forced to walk the plank. The game has evolved. 39 days, 20 people, 1 iSurvivor. Thank you. End scene.